Okay, yaso lada. So here's the thing. I don't speak Greek, so hopefully there's like undertitles here or something like that. People understand me. I don't know, maybe. Well, it's a lot of editing work, but I have a good editor. He's a very good guy. So I realized that on with the success of Elasto Gipedo, I had success in a famous chat group called Chili's Cafe Neo, and I realized that it's a bunch of people that are crazy like I am, and one of the things they like to do is they like to tell stories, and one of the things I like to do is I like to tell stories. So I tested it and I figured, well, let me tell one of my crazy stories in Chili's Cafe Neo and see how people like it. So I told one of my crazy stories in Chili's Cafe Neo and they liked it. So I figured, hey, why don't I tell people more stories? But instead of always writing them down and putting them in Chili Cafe Neos where only people in Chili Cafe Neo can see them, I figured I'll just put them on this YouTube channel and then everybody can see them and you guys can all enjoy them or hate me for them or whatever. I have a lot of stories. There's some stories that I probably just can't say publicly because it's just too much. Some stories that I figured, you know, everybody can have fun with it. So I'm doing my best to tell those ones and to try and protect anybody that might be affected by me telling any stories that they might feel are too private for them to not want to be shared. So I think for this first episode, what I'll do is then I'll tell the story that I told in Chili Cafe Nails, but I'll give a little bit of a background to it. So here's the thing. Before I came to Greece, I was a very, let's say, low-level football player. I played in second division in Germany pretty much all of my career before I came to Greece. And going there, you never had a problem with people caring about whether you went out or not. The only thing that mattered is, did you perform when you had to perform? And I didn't ever really have a problem with that. I remember, for example, when I was in Germany, they used to tell you if we go to hotels, for example, the night before the games, they'd rather you drink a beer than you drink a Coca-Cola, because they just feel like, you know, performance-wise, it's probably better for you. It's going to be easier for your body to be able to handle one bottle of beer than it is Coca-Cola with all the things that it has in it, whatever. So me, I didn't always have this tendency, but I started around when I got a little bit older in Germany to have this tendency to feel like I need to go out somewhere to relax 2 or 3 nights before a game. And where I lived back then, it's a small city called Saarbrücken. I used to drive like 45 minutes to an army base in Kaiserslautern. Used to go out there and have a little party on Friday nights, and we usually have games on Sunday. So that was my little routine. I go out on Fridays, you know, have a little party, not drink too much, go home. And then on Saturday, we all stayed out of the hotel, and then we have our game on Sunday, and everything's good. Like, I'll give you one example. I remember I went out on Friday. I met back then for the first time, now my wife. I went out, met her, had a great night, and I remember I drank a lot, ended up not being able to drive home, so I slept in the car Friday night, and then Sunday we had a game against Cologne, and I played against Lucas Podolski, and had a great game. And I just thought I was invincible. Like, I can go out, get smashed, and still be able to play on Sunday like I'm some type of invincible guy. And that was just something that ended up being in my head, that it's okay, I can handle all that. So when I came to Greece, I kind of stayed in the same way. You know, I had this tendency where I felt like, you know, it's okay to go out a couple of days before a game. Nobody really cared. When I first came to Greece, I played for Panionios. Nobody ever cared who I was. Nobody knew who I was. And I could just go out and have fun, do my thing, and then a couple of days later play games. And it was a routine for me. So when I played at Panionios, I used to always go out, whether it was a Wednesday night or a Friday night, but 2 nights before a game, of course, obviously not. And then the night before a game, we'd all be in a hotel anyways, and it was not a problem for me. And people know me from my history. When I was in Panionios, I had a pretty good season. So I didn't have a problem being able to go out, have a good time, party, and then still be able to play games 1 or 2 nights before, or play games 1 or 2 days after I went out. It was a type of a routine that I had. So let's just say we skip Panionios, and plus we add the fact that Tsakiris, he was probably one of the coolest presidents I've ever met in my life. Like, this guy threw parties for us. So he threw parties, I think it was one of his birthday party or his daughter's birthday or somebody's birthday. He threw a party where the whole team went. We all got drunk. I can't remember the guy's name. He's from Czech Republic. He got smashed. They didn't know how to get home that night, and we all just laughed about it the next day at training. It was just a normal thing where the atmosphere at Panionios was sort of like, okay, you know what, you do whatever you want to do, as long as when you come to play, you do your job. And it's just the mentality that I had when I was growing up in Germany and when I came to Panionios in Greek the first time. And then things changed when I went to AEK. But I didn't realize that things changed. For me, I just thought, okay, whatever I had done that worked for me up until that point, why not continue doing it? So I would always try and go out whenever I felt like I had a little bit of anxiety or stress a couple days before a game. I needed to just go out and relax myself so that I can be able to sleep good, go to training the next day, the day before a game, because it's always going to be a light training, and then you have a good sleep the night before a game, and then you have a good game. But I slowly started to realize that every time I did something, somebody would always find out about it and then would come back to me and say, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this. So it happened a few times where I went out, thought, okay, I'll go myself, have a good time, everything will be okay, and then come back, and then, you know, word would get out, and then at AEK, everybody knows you. By the time I got to AEK, everybody knew who I was, so it'd always be reporting, yeah, Nsaliwa was out again, doing all this stuff, so I was like, okay, I need to relax. And I remember even at the end of the season, my first season, Demis was so tired of hearing stories about me that he's literally just told me, look, if you come back again for this next season, I don't want to hear stories about you doing anything, just relax. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to relax, I'm not going to do anything. Come back the second season, I'm at AEK, and I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm staying home, not doing anything, I'm going to chill, I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to do anything, just chill, do whatever the president says, and then hopefully we'll have a good season, then we'll see what happens. But it's preseason, and in preseason, sometimes you get, 1 or 2 days off during, after you finish hard trainings. So I get a phone call from a teammate. I'm not gonna mention any names, just it is what it is. So I get a phone call from a teammate. He's like, yo, Tam, come, let's go out. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't go out. I promised the president I'm not going out no more. He's like, Tam, come on, man, come on. We have 2 days off. Come on, let's go out. I'm like, no, I can't. He's like, yo, come, just come on. I never get a chance to go out. You never see me go out. This is probably once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm gonna go out. Just come out, man. We're gonna bring out some other players. We're all gonna have fun. Let's go. So reluctantly, I was like, okay, you know what? Fine, fuck, let's go. So we all decided to go out. It's me, I think it was four other guys, right? So we all go out. Like I said, not mentioning any names because it is what it is. So me and 4 other guys. So at that time it's me, that guy, another guy, and another guy. One of the guys brought 2 girls to go out with us, right? So we're all just having fun. Say, okay, fine. He brought 2 very pretty girls, don't get me wrong. And we're all like, wow, okay, really pretty girls, cool, let's all go out. We all go out to have fun. So we go out to the first club, we're all just partying, everybody's having fun. And obviously people kind of know who you are. So you have people that want to get to come and party with you or want to talk to you, take pictures, whatever. Or saying, yo, please no pictures. We just want to have a little fun on our own. But obviously if, nice females come and say they want to come and talk to you or they want to come and party with you, you don't really say no. So we had a couple of females that came to say, yeah, I just want to come and hang out with us. So come and hang out with us. So at this point, there's 4 of us guys and we met 2 other guys from the team. So there's 6 of us guys and 4 girls at that point, right? So we're like, hey, you know what? Let's leave this club. Let's go to Bazookia. So we go to Bazookia. And Bazookia just went wild. So more drinking, more. And I remember in the back of my head, I was like, oh man, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But okay, yeah, we're all having fun. We're all together. I'm not by myself. So it is what it is. It's a group thing, like group exercise, right? So we go to Bazookia. Bazookia is wild. We ended up walking out of the club with bottles under the armpits so that they don't see us. And we just like, okay, fine. So it's like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. What are we gonna do now? Let's go to my place. So it's in south side of Athens. I was still living in Glyfada at that point. So okay, well, we're here anyways. Let's just all go to my place. 2 guys said, hey, you know what? We want to go home. And yeah, so 2 guys said they want to go home. So of the 6, 2 leave, and there's 4 of us. So here's the thing. The 2 girls that one of our original friends brought with us, really beautiful girls, don't get me wrong. The other 2 girls though, yeah. There's one girl, I remember she's, I think, from Chile. Another girl was from Russia. The Chilean girl, she's okay. The Russian girl, not so okay. But okay, we're all having fun, it's all good, right? So we all say we're all going to my place, right? So we all go to my place. And just set a little nice atmosphere, have a couple drinks. We still have the bottles left over that we just basically took from the Bazookia. I don't remember if we were allowed to take them or if we stole them. I have no idea. It's a long time ago, and plus obviously I was heavily sedated. So we get to my place, nice little atmosphere. And I started to notice that one of the 2 girls that my friend brought with us liked talking to me, right? So in the interest of seeing how much she liked talking to me, I was like, you know what? Why don't we go to my room and talk? So we go to my room and we talked. We talked. After we finished talking, we go back out and everybody's still chilling. And then I think another guy that was there that didn't bring one of the two girls realized that the other girl liked talking to him, right? We'll call it talking. So he's like, all right, let's go to the guest room. I had three rooms. He goes, oh, let's go to the guest room and we'll talk there. So they go and they start talking. So at that point, there's only two guys left with two girls. So like I said, there's one girl, she's the Chilean girl, she's the third girl, and let's say the Russian girl, she's the fourth girl. Chilean girl, still nice girl. Russian girl, not so nice. So the third guy that didn't bring any girls to the party, he realized he has a good talking chemistry with the Chilean girl. So he tells the Chilean girl, hey, you know what? Let's go to the guest room and start talking. So he takes the Chilean girl, goes to the guest room, and they talk for a while. And then they come out after they finish talking. So now the guy that brought the two, let's say, prettiest girls to the party is stuck, and he's contemplating what's he gonna do now, because he's, let's say, realizing it's the end of the night and he kind of wants to talk to somebody. He's lonely, we'll say it that way, right? And he's just sitting there, and I shit you not, he's there like this, right? So he's chilling, and it's been a long night of drinking. We've all been having fun, but he's stressed at this point. He's like this. He's just like, oh, fuck. And all of us are kind of like a little bit nervous because we're realizing this guy is like, yeah, he's stressed because he seems like he has a urgency to talk. He wants to talk, right? And then you see the Russian girl. She's just kind of like, it's kind of, yeah, she's like a defeated moment where she's just kind of like, well, I don't know. What are we going to do? You want to talk or we're not going to talk? And the guy's just sitting there like this, and then after, all of a sudden, we're all trying to like ignore the fact that he's stressed, and we're all just trying to have a good time despite the fact that we realize that there's a big elephant in the room. And then he just goes, fuck it. He just goes, fuck it. Stands up, goes, grabs the Russian girls, and then goes to one of the rooms to talk, right? So he goes to talk, and then they come out, and everybody's kind of relaxed, whatever, and we're all just like, okay, good for you. It's the irony, obviously, you brought the nice girls because you thought you were going to talk to one of them, and in the end of the day, you didn't talk to another. It's hilarious, right? So fast forward a couple of days later, we all go on a team trip. So on this team trip now, everybody's talking about this, just laughing at this poor guy about how he brought the nicest looking girls to the party, and at the end of the day they ended up talking to other guys, and he's just like the one who was left over with leftovers, so to speak, and it was just we just wouldn't leave him alone. People were just making fun of him, and everybody's just laughing at him and making fun of him. And at the end, like, it's, you know, on one hand it's not a nice thing to do, now, you know, it's not cool, but on the other hand, it's guys in locker room talk, if you want to call it whatever, and they're just laughing, we're laughing. So this guy finally just got so tired of being laughed at it, he goes to everybody, he goes, hey, look, let me tell you something, and I'm telling you this is maybe one of the most profound things I've ever heard in my life. Guy goes to everybody, he goes, hey, listen to me, okay? Where I come from, we have a saying. If your house catches water, it doesn't matter if the water you take is dirty or clean. You take whatever water you can and you put the fire out. I had fire in my house and I just needed to put the fire out. I didn't even care if the water was dirty or clean. Leave me alone. You do the same thing if your house was burning. And I'm telling you right now, that is the same time the funniest and the most profound thing I've ever heard in my life. So the moral of this story is, ladies and gentlemen, if your house is on fire, it doesn't matter if your water is dirty or clean. Put the fire out, okay? This is Tam speaking to you for the first episode of, let's say, Chili's Coffee Talk, and have a nice day.